Have you ever noticed that your mind refuses to stay quiet, even when everything around you seems perfectly fine? You finally solve one problem, yet another suddenly appears. You finish your work, sit down to relax, and your thoughts immediately begin searching for something else to worry about. It feels almost as if your brain believes that peace is dangerous. The truth is surprising. Your mind was never designed to make you happy. Its original purpose was much simpler: to keep you alive. For thousands of years, our ancestors survived by noticing what could go wrong before it actually happened. The people who ignored danger often didn't survive long enough to pass on their genes. The ones who constantly scanned the environment for possible threats had a better chance of staying alive. That ancient survival system still exists inside every one of us. The problem is that our world has changed much faster than our brains. Most of us are no longer hiding from predators or searching for shelter before nightfall. Yet the same mental alarm system continues working every single day. Instead of watching for wild animals, it watches for embarrassing conversations. Instead of searching for dangerous cliffs, it searches for mistakes you made years ago. Instead of protecting you from storms, it imagines problems that may never happen. To your brain, uncertainty often feels like danger. That is why a single thought can quietly grow into an endless chain of worries. What if I fail? What if they judge me? What if something goes wrong tomorrow? The more attention you give those questions, the more convincing they become. Eventually, your imagination begins to feel more real than reality itself. Without realizing it, you stop living in the present moment and start living inside predictions about the future. And the strange part is that your brain believes it is helping you. It isn't trying to ruin your day. It simply doesn't know the difference between a real threat and an IMA. The good news is that your mind doesn't have to become silent before you can experience peace. Many people spend years trying to eliminate unwanted thoughts, only to discover that the harder they fight them, the stronger those thoughts become. Imagine trying to hold a beach ball underwater. At first, it seems possible, but the more force you use, the more pressure builds beneath the surface. Eventually, the ball bursts upward with even greater strength. Thoughts often behave in exactly the same way. When you desperately try not to think about something, your brain quietly keeps checking whether that thought is still there. Ironically, this constant checking keeps bringing it back. Instead of asking, "How do I stop thinking this?" a more helpful question is, "Can I allow this thought to exist without obeying it?" That small shift changes everything. A thought is simply an event inside the mind. It is not a command. It is not a prediction. And it is certainly not proof that something bad will happen. Think about the sky for a moment. Clouds appear. Some are light and beautiful. Others are dark and heavy. Yet the sky never tries to chase any of them away. It simply allows them to pass. Your awareness works the same way. Thoughts arrive. Thoughts leave. But the part of you that notices them remains calm beneath it all. The moment you stop treating every thought like an emergency, your nervous system begins to relax. Your breathing slows. Your body softens. Your attention gently returns to what is happening right now instead of what might happen tomorrow. That doesn't mean difficult thoughts disappear forever. They may still visit from time to time. The difference is that they no longer control the direction of your life. You begin choosing your actions based on your values instead of your fears. And every time you make that choice, you quietly teach your brain a powerful lesson. Not every alarm deserves a response. Now imagine living one ordinary day without believing every single thought that appears inside your mind. You wake up. The first worry arrives before your feet even touch the floor. What if today goes wrong? A few minutes later, another thought appears. What if people don't like me? Then another. What if I fail? For years, most of us have been taught to answer every one of those questions. We search for certainty, replay conversations, imagine different outcomes, and try to prepare for every possible problem. But something unexpected happens. The more certainty we chase, the more uncertainty we seem to find. The mind is incredibly creative. Give it one question and it will invent 10 more. Soon, you're no longer experiencing the present moment. You're living inside a movie created by your own imagination. Yet almost none of those scenes ever become reality. This is where everything begins to change. Instead of arguing with every thought, simply become the person who notices it. The thought appears. You recognize it. You let it stay for a moment. And then you gently return your attention to whatever you were doing. At first, this feels almost too simple. Your brain may even insist that you're ignoring something important. But you're not ignoring reality. You're simply refusing to treat every passing thought like an emergency. Think of your thoughts as cars driving along a busy road. You can stand safely on the sidewalk and watch them pass. You don't need to chase every car. You don't need to climb inside every one. Some thoughts deserve your attention. Most simply continue down the road on their own. Real freedom doesn't come from controlling your mind. It comes from realizing that you are much bigger than the thoughts moving through it. The moment you stop following every mental alarm, you create space for something your mind has been missing all along. Peace. If this message gave you even a single moment of peace, don't let it end here. The next time your mind begins racing, remember this simple truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who notices them. Every calm breath is a reminder that this moment is real. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. Life doesn't ask you to have every answer before moving forward. It simply asks you to take the next step. Some days that step will feel easy. Other days it will feel incredibly small. Both still count, because lasting change is rarely created by one dramatic decision. It is built through hundreds of quiet moments that nobody else can see. Moments when you choose presence instead of panic, curiosity instead of fear, acceptance instead of resistance. Little by little, those choices become habits. Those habits become character. And that character shapes the life you experience. So whenever your mind becomes noisy again, don't see it as failure. See it as another opportunity to return. Return to your breath. Return to this moment. Return to yourself. You have already survived every difficult day that once seemed impossible. There is every reason to believe you can handle the next one too. Walk forward with patience. Walk forward with kindness. Walk forward one step at a time. Because peace isn't waiting for you somewhere in the future. It begins the moment you stop running from the present. And perhaps that next peaceful moment starts right now.